Do you remember when Sadie Frost and Jude Law were the it couple of Primrose Hill? I do. Just a note, we're going to be talking about some heavy mental health topics in this one, such as self-harm and postpartum depression. Feel free to duck out of this one if these topics are too difficult for you to listen to right now. It was 1994. We had Pulp Fiction, Friends, Woodstock, The Lion King, and Forrest Gump. We lost Kurt Cobain. Lisa Left Eye Lopez set her boyfriend's shoes on fire, which then lit his whole house on fire. And given the recent reunion, I would be remiss to mention that it was the year of Oasis's debut album, Definitely Maybe. It also happened to be the year that the film Shopping premiered, which is where 19-year-old Jude Law met 26-year-old Sadie Frost. Sadie recently appeared in the blockbuster hit Dracula and was married to Spandau Ballet member Gary Kemp. Gary and Sadie had met when she was 16. They were married a month before Sadie's 23rd birthday. Gary was 28. Sadie was immediately drawn to Jude, the young actor who was so broke he was borrowing bus fare. She tried to push him out of her mind, but ended up walking out on her marriage to be with him. She said of that time that the force of love she felt for Jude and his intense ambition made her feel out of control. Sadie and Jude found themselves part of the Primrose Hill set, a group of celebrities who lived in North London along with Kate Moss, the Gallagher brothers, Ewan McGregor, Johnny Lee Miller, and Sienna Miller. They had their first fetal collab, Rafferty, in 1996, and the following year they helped form Natural Nylon, a film and theater production company founded with their Primrose Hill friends. After Dracula, Sadie's agent had encouraged her to stay in Hollywood, but she opted to go back to England to be there with Finn. As Jude's stars started to rise, Sadie was home with 2 kids and was experiencing postpartum depression. With Jude away working, she felt alone and lost. One night, she called a babysitter and went out partying. When she got home, she felt totally numb. She ended up harming herself, which led her to being admitted to the hospital and given a treatment plan to help her manage her depression. As Jude started landing larger roles in films like Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil and The Talented Mr. Ripley, the family left England for the beaches of Malibu. In 2000, they had Iris, and Sadie was starting to feel really insecure in their Hollywood life. She said that she became more self-obsessed and was paying less attention to Jude. Their son Rudy was born in 2002, and Sadie's postpartum depression came back in full force. While friends begged her to seek help, she attempted to keep her family together by flying to Thailand for a planned family holiday. Afterwards, they headed to LA for the Golden Globes, where Sadie would ask Jude a question that would lead to the end of their marriage. Do you love me? She said that she didn't need him to reply, that she knew the answer. Their relationship was over. This resulted in a pretty intense fight that involved throwing glasses. Sadie has said that she was self-destructive during this time, her postpartum depression intensifying her emotions. Her agent forced her to get help that night, but she ran away in the middle of her assessment. She was admitted to a California psychiatric institute for 28 days. Between Sadie and the staff, they decided that the psychiatric ward was ultimately not the best place for her to get better, and a friend was allowed to take her home a week later. Jude ended up moving out of their family home in England, and Sadie filed for divorce in August of 2003. It was the end of their marriage as well as the end of Natural Nylon. After Jude, Sadie started dating musician Jackson Scott, who is 16 years Sadie's junior. They were together for 2 years and broke up in 2005. Then she dated Welsh actor Andy Jones, who was 15 years her junior in 2005, but the two broke up for good after being on and off for 4 years. Sadie allegedly got annoyed with how starstruck he was by her famous friends. It's rumored that while Sadie and Andy were off, she was involved with Christian Marr, who was 18 years her junior, until he started spending time with Pixie Geldof, who was 16 at the time. She also dated TV host Alex Zane around the same time, who is also 15 years her junior. And of course, the press ate up the fact that she was dating all these younger men, and every article mentioned her toy boy or her boy toy. Speaking of the press, in 2015, Sadie sued the Mirror Group for hacking her phone. During her divorce, private information was being leaked to the media, and Sadie had no idea how it was happening. She began to distrust all those close to her, including her own mother. The leaks had even led to Jude thinking that Sadie was selling stories about him, which created animosity between the two. The Mirror admitted to writing 27 stories about her that were based off of hacked voicemails between 2003 and 2006, a period of time when Sadie was at her lowest. Her father had died, her marriage had ended, and she struggled greatly with her mental health. As for her love life, most recently she was dating businessman Darren Strouger, who is a whopping 1 year younger than her. They were together for 8 years. Their relationship recently ended, and Sadie has said that she is very comfortable on her own. While Jude and Sadie are on good terms today, Jude did attempt to stop the publication of her 2010 memoir, Crazy Days. He then had a writ issued against her in high court to have certain sensitive passages removed regarding their children, their marriage, and other intimate details. They ended up settling. Oh, to know what was written on those pages. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this one. If you did, don't forget to get your cult merch. represent us in the wild. Also, there's a Patreon if that's your bag. If you didn't like it, then please know that I'm already over you and that you should please move on. Good day, and may the cults be with you.